In this video, I'm going to kill two birds with one stone. I'm going to show you what to do and how to back up your preferences and projects if you're locked out of Antigravity right now. I'm also going to show you how I sync everything with GitHub so I can work across multiple different devices and things stay consistent. Let's go. Okay, so this is my workspace. I am in love with the Obsidian AI workspace. I don't ever have to leave this window, right? Like I can do everything day to day. I've got all my skills in here. I've got my browser window. I have my notes, my invoices, my everything. I can do videos in here. So I am really happy with how this looks and how this works for me. But the biggest thing, the most important part, is that I am in complete control of all the data, all the settings, configs, all that stuff. All the infrastructure is mine and I just bring the agent this way. Whereas a lot of the IDEs are doing things backwards. And you might be part of the folks that are being displaced by Antigravity right now. But if you're not aware, the state of vibe coding right now is kind of a bloodbath. Google Antigravity changed their terms of service like out of nowhere, but they also shipped a bunch of bugs that have essentially ruined every user experience that's not on the Ultra plan, and it just keeps getting worse. Yesterday, in fact, the 18th of March, was it? Yeah, I got my note. They rolled out higher rate limits as like a gesture of goodwill, but it totally backfired because they actually rolled out a bug with that update that like completely bricked everybody's account. Like 168-hour lockouts with no usage. So even if you were paying on the Pro subscription, you can't use Antigravity. So I did a couple videos on this, and there were a lot of comments in those two videos about like, what now? You know, how do we get the settings that we had in Antigravity, our workflows, our memories, all our different projects? How do we back that up? How do we move it from Antigravity to another agent now? So we're going to talk about that today. You're going to get like a double whammy, like I said, about how to back up the settings and config from Antigravity and potentially move it to Codex or Claude. We're also going to show best practices about how to sync with GitHub so your projects are always safe and you're good. Even if you make a mistake, you can roll back on version control. I use it personally so that I can work on one project across multiple different devices. I'm sitting at my desk right now, so I have my project on my desktop and I can always take it on the go with my laptop if I'm out of town or at a hotel or something. So step one, let's get our information and our settings, workflows out of Antigravity into somewhere that we own and we have our hands on, and then we can transfer it over to another agent. Okay, I honestly did a little bit of legwork for you guys. I went to Antigravity through my Ultra account and I was like, all right, if I was to develop an SOP as to how we get all of our information out of Antigravity onto another agent file, what do we do? Okay, so I did that, and that'll be available for free in the link in the description. So the really positive thing is your Antigravity setup isn't locked within this app, okay? It's just files on your computer. There's only two files that you really need to know about, and it's your .agents file and your .gemini/Antigravity file. All of that is laid out here. I can't really zoom in on. This will be available for everybody. I'm not gonna put it behind a paywall or anything like that. Just copy this, put it into your agent of choice, and we can like do this workflow while we're sorting it out. So very first step, let's open a new terminal and punch in our agent of choice. I'm going to use Claude for this. But really what we want to do, so I'm just going to copy the path of this markdown file, copy path right here, and I'm going to paste it into Claude Code, and I'm going to say follow this SOP and collect all of the Antigravity settings and files listed in one place. Claude's going to do some thinking. It's going to do its thing. Working, it's going to look for the files. It's definitely going to ask for permissions a few times. You can use Codex, you can use Gemini CLI, you can use whatever it is that you want. Whichever agent you're moving to, it's all fine. Just know that's a thing. It's not like Claude Code is the only thing that can do this. Okay, and I'm just going to say, never mind, do it all the time for this. Just so you know, I did prompt this to say not to mess with my workflows folder because this is outside of Google Antigravity. I've already been working in Claude Code and Codex and I have my workflows elsewhere. It just found that there is a link to that folder and it wanted to move that. So I said, hey, don't move that. Otherwise, just let it do its thing and it'll consolidate everything. Excellent. So this is all sorted out. There'll be a brain folder, which is, it's telling me that it's almost always the version history and stuff. So the brain folder, you don't need one-to-one. It's just going to consolidate into an explanation file essentially. Okay, so this is done exactly what we wanted it to, condense all of our Antigravity history into one folder that we can then take and give to another agent and just explain our workflows. It's also got the MCP config in here, but we've stripped the API keys for obvious reasons, but I made sure that it would include a prompt for the user to put their API keys somewhere safe, either in an env folder or in the OS environment variables like I tend to do. So once you run this and you bring it into the other agent, it'll have all your MCP structures. It'll know exactly like what you tend to work on. It'll have your history and all that stuff. And you'll just have to re-enter your API key somewhere, which is fantastic. So I suppose we should see how this works in practice. Let's go Codex and just give it this folder and see what it can do. This is my history from my previous IDE. It contains memories, workflows, skills, MCP configs, global preferences, and history. I'd like you to apply these preferences, knowledge base, and configs moving forward and update the agents file on init. Okay, so Codex is looking through all these files. It's just getting full context about how to implement this and make it concrete, which is fantastic. It's gonna upload the agents.md, which is the format that Codex likes to use. But now it understands exactly what is going on, and it can behave in a manner that we liked and that we were accustomed to with Antigravity moving forward. This is the kind of thing I would put at a root directory so that anything you're working on moving forward has this sort of instruction. Like we could copy this agents.md and move it to our new projects, which is something I used to do all the time until I started working in one umbrella folder, if you will. So this is one strategy to get your settings moved over. Honestly, I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make for a lot of you, unless you spent a bunch of time in your configs and, you know, tweaking settings and that sort of thing. I can't promise you'll notice anything, but it does feel nice to know that you've had like your session state brought out of the IDE you used to use, right? Like you'll see here too, it's like this export includes my template for Supabase, for Stitch, for Notion, for all of my MCPs that I was using in Antigravity, and that feels good. Okay, so the next step we're going to do is I'm going to move over to my actual vault here is we're going to download the GitHub CLI. Let's just search for this here, GitHub CLI, and you can download for Windows or Mac, whatever. It's got some install instructions and whatnot. Downloading, give you the install wizard. Mine is already installed, so we're good, but we'll just do it again. So the GitHub CLI is the command line interface for GitHub. I'm not sure if you have used these sorts of things before, but it's essentially the direct link to GitHub. You can take actions directly in that platform from your terminal now. It's a substantially easier process to interface with these different platforms than MCP, for example, or like direct API calls. It's like the whole context that your agent needs in order to just do stuff in GitHub for this instance, but lots of different ways. Okay, so we're over. I'm going to go back into Antigravity just to show you guys what's up. I want you to back up this project to GitHub using the GitHub CLI. And then it's going to go through a login. You will have to log in. Generally, it'll pop up in a browser and you can just do the single sign-on. And then GitHub will send you a text saying, new device detected. If you don't have a GitHub account, then it's a little bit more straightforward. You can just go to github.com, sign up for an account, and then it'll just get you to log in through there again. Let's go back to Antigravity. Where'd you go? Okay, this is actually perfect because it says my token that's saved here is invalid. So we're going to run this in the terminal. This is likely what you'll be seeing as well. So I'll just copy this. We're going to open a new terminal, and I'm just going to punch this in. Let's go HTTPS, log in with web browser. It's going to open this browser for me. I'm glad it did that. I'm going to continue as my account. And then it gave us this password here. We're just going to steal this guy. Bloop. I thought it was going to send me a text. That's for two-factor authentication, not for logging in here. So I'm just going to paste this guy. Boop. Okay, and we're good. Logged in as me. Good to go. Tell Codex we're logged in and authorized. And it should be good to just push to GitHub. All right, so that is that. That's how you get your settings from Antigravity all in one place. That's how you back up your projects onto GitHub with the CLI. Now, to show you in practice, let's go over to my vault here. Oops. Let's go over to my vault here. Whoop. What does this actually look like? So this is my vault on GitHub. Just like we pushed that other project to GitHub, earlier, I pushed my operating system to GitHub so that I can always have somewhere to refer to no matter where I'm at. Now, what makes this really great is I've automated all of this. Okay, so anytime I log in to any of my devices with this vault structure, it'll pull the vault, the newest version of that vault to that device. So you can see here, it's already listing auto sync, and that is two-way. So anytime I edit anything in this vault, it'll push to GitHub, and then on the other device, it'll be able to update whenever I log in next as well. That is what makes this really intuitive. So this is currently done with a Claude Code hook. There's a script that runs every single time I make an edit through Claude Code. It knows to push to GitHub, and that's unique to Claude. Hooks are specific to Anthropic. Codex doesn't have that. You could set something up where there's an agent skill, and on closing or ending a session, you could say, hey, / let's close this session, and it'll push to GitHub or know what to do from there. But natively, Claude hooks makes this a lot easier for me. So the payoff here is I can open Obsidian on my laptop now. And right now the start hook, it's pulling that GitHub repo into my vault here on my laptop. So it's exactly the same workflow, exactly the same project structure. Like all the edits are all being transferred in real time. And that's great for obvious reasons, because I'm not always at the desk, right? Like if I'm out of town, I can bring it and still get some work done. Or you know what I mean? I might want to work outside on the porch or something, right? And can bring my work with me. It just makes my life a lot easier. It's just nice to have the same look everywhere and know that I'm in sync and everything's consistent across the board. All right, so I hope that answers the question about how to get your config out of Antigravity somewhere else. This will bring over your Supabase MCP configuration, all that stuff. You just have to re-up your API keys. That workflow on how to consolidate all of your Antigravity stuff, I will leave in the description. There's no way I'm making somebody pay for that. But you can also get my entire Obsidian vault and this vault structure that I've shown verbatim through my school community. There's a link for that in the description as well. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you in the next one.